who I am. I remember and these people came to my house, we knocked on the door, and they were talking to parents about sending their children to church on the church bus. Never seen these people before in my life. But my parents said, okay, you know. And I was excited to go because I wanted to do things and be adventurous. And I was excited to get to go and ride on this bus and you get to learn things and win prizes. But I didn't know what I was about to learn and I didn't know what kind of prizes I was getting to win. But I was just excited to be able to go. And I remember going there and we still don't live too far from this place, but where I lived before, it seemed like a long trip to get there. And it was like over the valley through the woods to grandmother's house we go. And for some reason I trusted that I was safe and I was gonna be okay. And when I got there, there were little children of all colors and shapes and sizes and different backgrounds, and we all came together to learn about one particular person. His name was Jesus. On that day, my life changed because I knew at a young age that there was something inside of me that was different. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was something. And when I got there on that day and I learned about Jesus, I knew that I wanted more of him. At 9 years old, I knew that. And I had to have permission to get some of him. And so I had to call home and ask my dad if I could say. And I remember clear as day, my dad said to me, the only person saving you is me. No, you don't know the people, and I don't know what you are getting into. But I prayed about it. And I didn't tell nobody I got saved after that. Because I knew that I needed to figure it myself. And I knew that I wasn't making the wrong choice. I knew I wasn't going against my father by obeying what and so for a long time, I kept the secret that I was saved. Nobody knew that I was saved. And then I remember my father was in the hospital. And I went to him. And something in me, in my spirit, told me to lay him and pray. And then you just had to know my dad. He was kind of one that I think too. But he said, if you don't get your evangelist hands off of me, and I was like, what is an evangelist? What do they do? And I was like, I can feel the fire. I can feel God moving in the spirit. He was not happy. The nurses came in here, they were trying to figure out what was going on. And my parents were laughing. She said, it's okay. They prayed. And so when I left that day, again, something sparked in my spirit, and I had to find out more about what this evangelist was. Now, see, the verse said, you didn't choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit. Fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you. On that day, the Father gave me a voice to be no more afraid of who I was in him, but to be bold and to start to speak his word. His divine power has given to us all things that pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge of him who called us by glory and virtue, by which we have been given to us exceedingly great and precious promises, that through these you may be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. I was young and I didn't know what my direction was, but I knew that I wanted to follow the Lord. I didn't always follow a straight path, but I knew that the path I was on was going to eventually lead me to him, because that's where I wanted to be. But how often do we forget these promises that God has given us? We forget them daily. He gave us many promises. There's so many promises in the Bible. John 10:10 records Jesus saying that the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. Why do we allow a thief to try and take away what God has already given to us? He's roaming around thinking whom he may devour. Let us not be deceived in this day and time. The same Jesus that John is referring to is the same Jesus who died to cleanse us of our sins, so we can boldly approach our God, who is holy and without sin. He gave us the Spirit to not be afraid. God fills us with the Holy Spirit who is bold and courageous. We do not have to muster up courage and strength on our own. We simply submit to the Spirit of God that is within us. John 10:10 didn't stop at Jesus saying that about the thief, but Jesus telling them that I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. He doesn't want us to just have life, but he wants us to have it to the full. So what's stopping us from having what Jesus told us is all? Is it fear? He told us in the world there would be trouble, but not fear because he's overcome the world. The Spirit of God emboldens us to proclaim the gospel without fear. The Spirit of God emboldens us to proclaim the gospel so that we can go tell it to everyone that we come in contact with. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who have been called according to his purpose. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins in accordance with the riches of God's grace. Now, the other day I had a lady that came on my podcast. I do a podcast, and people find me that want to come and share their story and their resources and their talents and to be able to help others be connected in a more spiritually God-filled way. This lady, however, was an agnostic atheist. She had been hurt by her church. She had been hurt by the people in authority. She had been hurt by her family members. And most of all, she thought she had been hurt by God. She was angry. And she talked about how she approaches everything through anger because she wants to take back what's rightfully hers, because she's been lied to and abused and mistreated and hurt, and she doesn't believe about any puppet master in this house. And all I can do is sit there and just listen. I'm listening because it's her time to be able to express herself. But what I wanted her to understand is, it took me back to that child that was 9 years old that got on that bus. That my parents didn't have a clue where they were sitting, but they thought it was a good idea. Sometimes we make choices that we think are good ideas that are for the good of our people and our loved ones and family members. Sometimes it's not always the case. But it's not because of the choice that we made, but it's about how we react to the choices that we made. And so, in learning about God and Jesus at an early age, it helped to shape what path I was going on. But had I been sent to a place that misguided me and then taught me about Jesus and used his word against me, I might be in the same position that young lady was in. She talked about the oppression that she had. She talked about how the church didn't stand behind her when she was abused and mistreated by her father. And talked about how her mother should have did better as a wife. That doesn't sound honest to me. And so she took that as, this is a God that allows hurt to happen. This is a God that allows pain to happen. This is a God that allows shame to happen. Well, she's right. We do serve a God that allows these things to happen. But God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. And so I think we're reminding us that the Bible was written for a certain people that were oppressed, that were misled, that were misguided, that were put in a place that they feared and that they had no clue how to get out of. But and see, the thing is, the difference between her and I is we both have been raised knowing of God. But the difference is the relationship that we have with him. Because I went on to ask her, all these things in the doctrines and the theology, and the religion that you don't like. But what about the God that created all? And she said, well, I believe that there's something, but I'm not sure. It's something that keeps us all together, something that keeps us all connected. But see, the thing, you can't say that you're agnostic atheist and then have the same principles or more of someone to say you don't believe it. Because now you're trying to play a part and leave him out. And we can't do that because the word of God was used to hurt and enslave and keep us by using the word against them. But the word of God is the truth. And the scriptures are valuable to edify and build up the body of Christ. And that from childhood, you have known the sacred writings which are able to give you the wisdom, the peace of salvation, the faith which is in Christ Jesus. All scripture is inspired by God and comfortable for reproof, for correction, for training in righteousness, so that the man of God may be adequate, equipped for every good work. God's work is good. He didn't put us here to leave us here and make us suffer. He put us here for a time such as this. And we've been lied to, denied, passed by, overlooked, rejected, upset, and miseducated and misled. It's time for us to understand who we are and whose we are. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, and you may declare the praises of your cause into his wonderful life. I no longer call you servant, because the servant does not know the master's business. Instead, I have called you friend, for everything that I learned from the Father, I have made known to you. For this very reason, make every effort to add to your faithfulness, and to goodness knowledge, and to knowledge self-control, and to self-control perseverance, and to perseverance godliness, and to godliness mutual affection, and to mutual affection love. For if you possess these qualities and keep them measure, they will keep you from being ineffective and unpossessive in your knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. See, he saw all these things, but she wasn't taught about the knowledge of Jesus Christ. And once we have the knowledge of Jesus Christ, then we have an understanding of who we are in him. Because he gives us all power and all authority to be effective. So whatever does not have them is nearsighted and wrong. Forgetting that they have been cleansed from their past deeds. We've been cleansed. So therefore, my brothers and sisters, make every effort to conform your calling and election. For if you do these things, you will never stumble, and you will receive a rich welcome into the eternal kingdom of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Good education involves much more than avoiding political things about religion, science, or history. The Creator himself has revealed in both science and history who he is. And the two subjects are intertwined. It is just as wrong to leave God out of the state of bacteria volcano as it is to leave him out of the rising all of nations of the indigenous dinosaurs. God made everything, he sustains everything, and he supervises events for his world. Everything goes through him. Leaving God out is probably the most serious error in education today. Doing so gives the impression that the world can run by itself. And we do not need the Bible or God to understand the world, how it operates, or where it came from. Good education involves much more than avoiding thoughts of biblical claims about religion, science, or history. Real education will always point students to the source of all truth, and that is our Creator. Have we forgotten who our Creator is and what he has done? That's why humility is so important to live a life worthy of the Lord. No doubt God called these persons for unique time, place, and purpose. And like Paul says in 1 Corinthians 12:18-22, each member of the body of Christ is equally important. Can you see how gentleness might be helpful to make our faith in God seem more winsome? Because I could have attacked this woman. She's on my show. She's saying things against my God. But she has every right to because he gave us free will. That's the beauty of him. He's no respect of any person. He loves us all. And she talked about what the world needed is more kindness and more gentleness. And I said, oh, you're talking about what Jesus came for. To transform us to the renewing of our minds, to help us think on a different way and have a different thought process. So if we are gentle with those who may seem to come off a little bit harsh, it may give us a little bit more of a lighter load and help us to win a little more battles than the things that we try to fight that we can't win. Philippians 4:1-4 says, I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Let Israel say his love endures forever. Let the house of Aaron say his love endures forever. Let those who fear the Lord say his love endures forever. When hard pressed, I cried out to the Lord. He brought me into a spacious place. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can your world do to me? The Lord is with me. He is my helper. I look in triumph on my enemies. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in you. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. All the nations surrounded me, but in the name of the Lord I cut them down. They surrounded me on every side, and in the name of the Lord I cut them down. They formed around me like me, but they were consumed as quickly as burning thorns. In the name of the Lord I cut them down. I was pushed back and about to fall, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. Shouts of joy and victory resound in the tents of the righteous. The Lord's right hand has done mighty things. The Lord's right hand is lifted high. The Lord's right hand has done mighty things. I will not die, but live. You will not die, but live. I will proclaim what the Lord has done. The Lord has captured me from enemies, but he has not given me over to death. Open for me the gates of the righteous. I will enter. And give thanks to the Lord. This is the gate of the Lord, which the righteous may enter. I will give you thanks for you answer me. You have become my salvation. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous. In our eyes, the Lord has done this very day. Let us rejoice today and be glad. Lord, save us. Lord, grant us success. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. From the house of the Lord, we bless you. The Lord is good, and he has made his light shine upon us with bowed head. Join in the peace of possession is to the horns of the altar. You are my God, and I will praise you. You are my God, and I will exalt you. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. God is good, and at this time, if you know he's good, don't just give him an amen, but give him a hallelujah praise. Give him a shout. Let him know it. You know it. Or forsake us, and for that we give him praise. At this time, because it's certain, you know the word of the Lord. You know he is worthy and mighty to be praised. If there is any doubt in your heart that you don't know him like you think you should, there's a time that you can come to the altar and give your heart to him. And if you do know the Lord and you can just a little closer walk with him, just a little bit more